takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in this city of angels. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, 61 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Forced out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Rattler. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the blitz is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
All right, partner, we'll be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Down to about the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. A give to Williams, running right, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Stafford going to change it up here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercado. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll run for the first time with Tyler Bidet. And some room to work. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Here's Rattler. Powering forward. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now Rattler. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Kyron Williams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. (21-0) our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In motion goes the tight end. To the air is Rattler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Well, let's call that a less than ideal play on first down.
No doubt about that one, because that was a situation of just digging a deeper and deeper hole for himself. And it ended up a big-time loss.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. They'll go play action here with Rattler. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Rattler wants to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Little short pass here to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler on the move to his left. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
On play action, Rattler. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
On 4th down, here's Rattler.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, second down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Stafford now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. A give running left, Bidet.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
They'll go back to Bidet.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough room.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Rattler working out of the gun.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Pass pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing once more, here's Rattler.
Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, here's Rattler.
Steps away to his left.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play action. Now Rattler.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Saints 21.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
Gonna throw right side here, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down and 4. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
2nd and 4. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On play action, they'll throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Rattler.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Rattler.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
In motion, the tight end.
To the air once more is Rattler. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
And they'll run it with Hunter.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Next is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now Rattler.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
To the air is Rattler.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. They give it to Williams, running right. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Stafford. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They work now on 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Finding room at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give is to DiMercado. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Stafford now to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Prater for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Forced out to his left. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And the Saints first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Rolling to his left. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season.
56 to 10 run, 59 to 10 run.
Focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.